Hi everybody.
Bye.
Welcome to the channel. Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. So earlier today, my beautiful, wonderful, amazing friend, aka my big sis, came by and got her hair braided in some crochet braids. So that's what this video is going to be about today. Basically just showing you guys my methods, my braiding pattern to try and eliminate tension on the edges, because I personally have yanked and pulled and completely destroyed my edges. I haven't been formally diagnosed with traction alopecia, but I'm pretty sure that's what I have. So when my clients come, I always try to make sure that I'm braiding their hair with their edges in mind, trying not to cause any tension or any damage. She got her hair braided with X-Pressions pre-loop Bahama curl in the number 4 and the number 430. Super duper pretty. I might end up actually making a wig out of that myself, because since I'm like wig crazy now these days, I'm making wigs all left and right. That's pretty much it. Sorry for all the extra talking, you guys, but you know, I gotta give y'all the scoop, tell y'all what's going on, give y'all the tea, you know, you feel me? I gotta give y'all all the information. All right, so again, thank you so much to my big sis for coming by and getting her hair braided. Any questions, please comment down below and I will answer them. Thank you so much for watching and enjoy. See you on the other side. Bye. Alright guys, so with this hairstyle, basically what I'm doing is I am starting my braid going down the hairline and around the base of the hairline, just so that this way it doesn't pull on the hair. When you do them straight back, they tend to kind of have more tension and, you know, more stress on the edges. So this way, when she's wearing her hair down, or even if she wants to put it back in a ponytail, the braid being braided downward that way is definitely going to stop a lot of that pulling and extra just tension on the edges. I also do not braid very tight. I do braid tight enough to where the style will last and it's gonna look nice and neat and everything, but I am very, very, very conscious of how tight it is and how much pulling is happening on those edges. So I do like to keep that in mind. So for the next braid, I basically do the same thing and follow the same pattern for the first 3 braids at least. I also always like to use some synthetic hair as well added into the braid, just to have a strong base. And you know, if you have thinner hair or if you have like softer hair, having that extra hair will definitely help to keep your braid in place for longer, so it's not like unraveling and different things like that. Especially when you're going to be putting a crochet needle underneath, you want to make sure that the braid is very secure, not too tight, but very secure. There definitely is a difference. So after we finish up those braids going straight down the hairline around the edges, I go ahead for the middle and start to braid those braids straight back. Although it is a good idea to braid those going down the side as well, for this style and for what my client wants, I don't do the middle part of her hair that way. But like I said, you could definitely do that. It would actually make for a really cute style, and you can still have a middle part or a side part and it'll look really nice. So when I am doing these side parts here, I do try to make sure that the braid is thick enough. I know people really like to have thin braids on their edges, but that to me is just a recipe for disaster. Those edges are going to come right out. So since the hair for this style is so thick and big and curly, I don't even put that in my mind as far as how big those side braids are. My main concern is making sure that they are strong enough and have a strong base and will not be overpowered by the hair itself and allow for all that pulling and stuff. So that's just really my main concern. So when I'm putting the crochet hair on those braids, I'm always mindful to make sure I'm not putting too much to where it's too heavy on those edges, because it's really just gonna cause a lot of damage and pull your hair out. There's definitely a way to have fluffy, full, voluptuous hair without taking out or damaging your real hair. So that's the whole purpose of what I try to do. And now that all the braids are in, I just want to go down to all the ends, the bottoms, and make sure that they're braided completely down, because once I get ready to loop those through the other braids, I don't want it to be frizzy and sticking out, so I just try to make sure that it's smooth and braided all the way down. So once those are all the way braided down, I just like to take my crochet needle and take the ends and loop them through the actual braids. So I know a lot of people like to braid those across the back or connect them together, or even use needle and thread and sew them up. But to me, all of that just takes way too much time, and this way it's easier to take the braids out. Even if she wanted to redo those side braids, because they're not all connected, she could take those out and have them redone. So that's why I like to do this method instead. It just makes it a lot easier for a quick touch-up. Also, with doing this method, I feel like it also will help her to take her hair down easier, rather than having these sewn in and she's gonna have to cut and different things like that. When I loop this bottom part here, what I like to do is leave that little part where she can stick her finger in and just pull it out when she's ready to take them out. I do like to leave it big enough so that you can find it and just pull it through, and then you can start unbraiding the braid, and all of the crochet braids will just come out as you unbraid the braid. So you're not going to have to cut the crochet hair or cut any threads or anything like that. You just pull that little tail out of the braid, start unbraiding, and all the crochet braids will just start coming out with it. So that's another way for my clients just to be able to take their braids out a lot easier. I'm all about the quick, fast, and easy methods to do hair, because nobody wants to be spending time doing this stuff all day. And then when you are doing this, if you are on a braid that's a little bit shorter like this one here, I basically just take that extra little piece of hair and put it over into the next braid. It's not a big deal. It'll still come out super easy once she's ready to pull it out, because I don't make it really, really tight. I make sure that it's in there to where it's definitely not going to come out and it won't unravel or anything like that. but I like to make it to where she can easily take it out, and when it's time to take her braids out, she's not having to hassle with it a lot, and she doesn't need any help if she doesn't want it. Oh, and guys, I'm not cutting her hair right here. I'm just cutting off the excess braid hair that I felt didn't need to be there, and I didn't need to ravel it into that braid, so I'm just cutting that out right there. So now, after I'm done putting these in, it is time to put in the hair, the X-Pressions pre-looped Bahama curl. So yeah, this hair is a really nice, very pretty. It's a 14-inch, and she is using the number 4 and also a number 430, so that's a mix of a little bit of a lighter color. But with this hair, you can see the way it's looped. It has like a little rubber band on the edge, and you just put it through, loop it, and then you can just open that up and slide it through. This hair, you guys, I don't know if I've mentioned, but I'm definitely not a professional hairstylist or anything like that, so I am a little bit more selective on the hairstyles that I do. But when anybody wants crochet braids, I typically do not do it unless they have pre-looped hair. Not because I can't, but just because this is so much easier, so much better to manage, having to loop it just a couple of times and not having to do any type of fancy knots or anything. Oh my God, it's perfect for me. You know, I do have a young baby. He's 2 years old. He is not with all this hair doing. After a couple hours, he is like, Mama, can we get to doing something else? So just, you know, for my own sanity, for my baby's own sanity, for my client's own sanity, I only do crochet hair with pre-looped hair, just so we can get them in and get them out and be done with it. However, I'm not opposed to doing different knots and different things like that on the hair that is not pre-looped, but if I have a choice and if my clients are willing to work with me in that sense, I do ask them if they can get the pre-looped hair, if they can find it. It's just so easy, you guys. So especially for a beginner, if you're doing this, definitely try to get the pre-looped hair. You will not regret it. you guys, so for the rest of the video, I'm just going to be putting all the hair in. I do try to work around the back first and then work my way up into the middle. For no particular reason, that's just kind of the way I like to do it. It just allows me to see how the color is because she has mixed colors. It just allows me to see it a little bit better and how it's going to come out so that there's not too much color on one side and not enough color on the other side. By going around that way is just a little bit easier to me, but you don't have to do it that way as long as you are mindful of what color and how much you're putting on each side to where that it's even. You can really do it any kind of way, it really doesn't matter, but that's just the way that I like to do that myself. you guys, so basically we are pretty much done here. As you can see, I put a little bit more of the lighter color on top just so it could pop. It looks really, really cute. I love this hair. I'm just going through now to make sure that it is full and make sure that there aren't any braids that are really showing a lot. I do not put the braids directly next to each other throughout the whole head, just in the top in that section, because this hair is so thick and so curly. We would have put like 6 packs in her hair and it would just be huge and, you know, not really easy to maintain. So my method is basically just putting it like a finger width apart from each other. I know a lot of people like to put them right next to each other and pack them in, but that is just not my method, not how I do it. But yeah, so I'm just going and making sure that it is full, making sure that there aren't any empty spots, nothing looking too sparse or, you know, thin. So yeah. Alright, you guys, look how pretty this came out. Oh my god, I love, love, love this hair so much. It's so pretty. Well, alright, you guys, thank you so much for stopping by my channel and checking out this video today. I really, really appreciate it. Please, if you enjoyed this video, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!